She says, I don't want government-run health care. I don't want you meddling in the private marketplace, and keep your hands off my Medicare. True story.
Sometimes the very people who are saying, make sure that the government keeps its hands off my health care, but by the way, don't touch Medicare. That is ironic.
You know what? You're not really running the meeting, sir, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. We're going to be working on. Excuse me. Do you guys work for us, or do we work for you?
Politicians and pundits are trying to make their point at these town halls, but are they talking down to a lot of seniors in the process? Well, Jim Martin says yes, and he's happy to describe himself as a senior, and he ain't happy, not about being a senior, but the way seniors are being treated. Jim, good to have you. Thanks for coming.
Glad to be with you, Neil.
Do you think seniors are being kind of trivialized here, talked down to?
Yeah, it's a shame, too, because the fact of the matter is I think the president, to be fair, was trying to make a little bit of a joke there, but that's pretty demeaning to say, well, the way he did. And the other day at another town hall meeting, he said, well, we don't have enough government workers to go around to come to every person. Well, you know, this is a very, very important piece of legislation, and seniors are being talked down to. Look, senior citizens, the other comment that Medicare, it's a government program. Yes, it is, but let me tell you something. Seniors have paid into that program, whether you are for Medicare or not. It's been a law now for 44 years. Senior citizens have paid into it those 44 years. They've paid their dues.
That's a good point. Let me ask you, Jim, when you talk to your friends, your colleagues, yourself, your own views, what is it you most fear? When people get angry and we see these outbursts at these forums and town hall meetings, what is your biggest anxiety?
The fact that they're going to pass a massive overhaul, I think, of the system, not reform. The system needs reforming, but look, Neil, we have the greatest health system in the world. Yes, it's inefficient. Yes, it's expensive, but you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. If you got a system that 80 to 90% of the public says is all right, except for the inefficiencies and the expense, they say, let's start from there. Let's not start from scratch. And this is a massive bill. It is scaring seniors. Both sides have been out there with misinformation. Who can blame them? The bill is over 1,000 pages long, and apparently a lot of these legislators haven't read the bill.
So the target really and the focus of the anger should be on them not reading it, not the folks like you questioning them for not reading it, yet you, not individually you, Jim, but some of your colleagues are the ones who are featured in these press reports with the crazy questions and the crazy rage and the, you know, Uncle Fester comments. You know what, does that bug you on that level?
Yeah, it absolutely does. You know, again, seniors have paid their dues. By the way, I would dare say more seniors per capita have read this bill than the members of Congress.
I think well, Jim, I think you're dead right about that, because you guys were running circles around me when it came to the bill. But nevertheless, you're still used as examples of just incoherent rage. What do you think of that?
Well, you know, that's unfortunate. A lot of people are out there yelling and screaming and using bullhorns. By the way, that's being done on both sides. And I get a little bit amused, Neil, when people say, well, you folks right of center, you seniors, you're being led around by the nose. That's not true. Senior citizens, we haven't caught up yet, but we're getting on the internet, we're getting online, we're using all of these modern technological advances we didn't have when I came to Washington many, many years ago. So they're well informed, they're well read, and they do not like the fact that a lot of these members of Congress are going back and really talking down as they were earlier, whether it's the president, whether it's Senator McCaskill, whether it's Senator Specter, who had the audacity to say at a town hall meeting, well, the bill is very long and we parcel it out to staff people to read. Well, I understand part of that, but the fact is this bill is too massive, it's too expensive, they're going too fast. Seniors are saying slow down a little bit.
Well, Jim, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your service, by the way, and your patriotism. Jim Martin, very good having you.
Thank you very much, Neil.